It's crazy. Why is it green? Is that the Ninja Turtles?
If you ever visit a lake or pond, always carry a UV torch with you, because as soon as you shine UV light on the stones lying in the lake, you will see this sparkling thing. Actually, this is called a Uper light, and identifying it is quite difficult, because it looks like a normal stone in normal light, but when you shine a UV light on it, it shines like gold, and this happens because of the fluorescent minerals present in the stone, and the price of such a stone is almost $100. If you ever visit a lake or pond,
They're saying that stone is $100. That's a cool stone though. It almost look like like a volcano. I don't know. What do y'all think it look like?
Moon landing. What happened there, you think?
I don't know what happened. All I know is the reason I know that what they showed isn't real is production. You know, the camera. So the 3 astronauts leave, and the camera shot tilts up and focuses. And they say that there's no one on the moon, and they say that they did it by remote in negative 200 degrees in a vacuum from Houston, Texas in 1969. I'm like, anybody in TV production knows that's not even close to possible. Like doing that with that camera right now would be super hard.
Yeah.
Like from a remote, just, you'd have to do like take after take.
Moon landing.
Bottle? But look at this, they're able to hide this.
Gosh.
You know, places like this. There's a camera here too. See that little hole?
Spy cameras are getting smaller and more common. Here's how you can find them. Use this device to scan your environment, and when it picks up signals from nearby hidden cameras, it will beep to alert you. Its red light mode makes spotting camera lenses easier by reflecting light, and it can also detect signals from GPS trackers and audio bugs. All these capabilities are packed into one device.
You think this is a
He lived 50 years off grid in Appalachia. Let's see what's going on. It's like 9 minutes, so if you about to watch this with me, go ahead and type off grid.
Up there. People's first thought is all the stuff they're going to have to give up. What I want to focus in is all the stuff you're going to get. People need to live differently.
So do you use all of these plants in your daily life?
That one I drink every day.
Joe, how long have you been out here for?
50 years. Purchased this land, 2.8 acres. It cost me $800.
How did the locals take you when you first moved out here?
By and large, they're very tolerant. It's kind of a mountain thing to be pretty tolerant of your neighbors. It's like live and let live kind of attitude.
Right.
For many, many years, I'd say my annual income was well under $10,000.
You grow all your own food, or a lot of it?
No, a lot of it. We've got land for it, we just don't have the people.
So you're looking for people to come out here?
Absolutely, yeah. Eventually, somebody's going to have to take this place over. I'm 80 years old and my health is not great. So I'm thinking like about an 8-person eco-village, small community situation. This is a project to create what I call a paradise garden, a botanical garden of useful plants grown ecologically and arranged ornamentally. Meaning a beautiful garden where all the plants are pretty much growing by themselves, and I can become sort of a hunter-gatherer in my own garden. I just need to remember where they are and when to get them and so on. I grew up in Detroit. My family moved, and so I came along with the family because free tuition.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went off in the Peace Corps and lived with tribal people in Borneo for about 3 years and suffered significant culture shock when I came back home.
Right.
The culture shock was not going over there. The culture shock was coming back and seeing this glut of stuff that we have. Just walking into a mall, I'm like, you know, because I was so impressed with their lifestyle. I mean, here's people, you're coming out of Detroit where, you know, you don't really do anything except have a job, make money, and fulfill all your needs with your money. Here's people that build their own houses, grow their own food. They're pretty much self-reliant. This is my kind of signature herb, which I think I introduced.
You do that, you know, grow your own food, you know, build your own house. You set for life at that point. You really got much to worry about, man.
Used to America, actually, but I promote it as the best plant to grow for your health. Gynostema pentaphyllum, Chinese name Jiaogulan.
So do you use all of these plants in your daily life?
That one I drink every day. So one of the ways that was discovered, it was a folk herb. It was not one of the traditional Chinese herbs that's been used for thousands of years. The Chinese government started keeping good enough statistics to realize that certain parts of China had an extraordinarily large number of centenarians, people living to be 100 years old. Like, there's way more of them in this part of China. So they went down to investigate, and they're all drinking this stuff and calling it immortality tea.
And this is all your power, huh?
Yeah.
So that gives you everything you need, pretty much, power-wise.
Yeah, well, we have another set of panels out further out. So here's a chunk of Paradise Garden. Probably at least 100 useful plants in here, edible, medicinal, and so on. Those big giant yellow ones are mullein, excellent for coughs.
Okay.
Yeah, fennel really good for digestion, and yarrow's good for wounds and so on. Echinacea everybody knows about.
So what does somebody do, Joe, if they don't have your setup? You just buy supplements?
No, you could do that, yeah, if you're interested. That's how I started. Like I said, I picked up this book sort of randomly called Chinese Tonic Herbs. Read about them, sounded great, so I just ordered some.
Okay.
To start trying them. And I'm like, yes, I want to grow this in my garden. So then that sent me on a long search to botanical, because most of them are not available in America.
Okay.
Looking for trading partners and seed savers exchange and corresponding with botanical gardens in Korea and Japan. And that just led me. Nice thing if you're not trying to make money in your life, which I'm not. I'm one of my goals is to earn as little money as possible without like feeling like I'm suffering or something, you know, not really denying myself anything. I got a little wasabi plant. It took me like 10 years to develop that.
We got so much abundance on the planet, and we use this currency. I mean, I'm not knocking it because I know everybody, you know, we still in like this matrix, but it's just crazy. To think that we got so much abundance on this planet, stuff grows, it's so magical, and yet we have to use this low vibrational tool. Right? It's crazy.
Sort of a crop. I never would have had the time or energy to put into that if I had a 9-to-5 job. I never could have done any of this if I had a 9-to-5 job.
So how do you make your money, if you don't mind me asking?
We sell seeds, we sell tinctures, we sell plants.
Okay.
Currently, a lot of my income comes from doing plant walks, educational stuff.
Okay.
Teaching. Okay. This is where I live, up there.
When did you build that?
About 35 years ago. I've been here 50 years, but that house is about 35 years old.
So is this more of you want to pass your knowledge on to those interested, or you feel like the world needs more of this movement and you want it to really blossom out?
People need to live differently. The way we're living on Earth is destroying the planet. I think we all recognize that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like in terms of changing to a more successful way of life, how far are you willing to go? You know, when I talk about this stuff, people's first thought is all the stuff they're going to have to give up. Whereas what I want to focus in is all the stuff you're going to get, all the positive stuff. You know this concept of forest bathing?
No.
Heard of that one? In Japan, they got a word for falling dead at your desk. People are just so overworked. So people are being prescribed to do this thing called forest bathing, where you just go out in the woods and kind of meditate and open your senses, your ears, your nose, your eyes, and just absorb this natural energy. Well, you can put a helmet on somebody and measure their brain waves, and it's just a difference of night and day between somebody walking down a city street and somebody walking down a mountain path.
Okay, so you built this by yourself or with anyone?
With friends. There were half a dozen people, sometimes more than that, on work days.
Are these some of the supplements you take every day?
Yeah, these are tinctures I've made for various purposes. There are a lot more of them down in the little herb shop. This was a very fun project.
This is when it originally was built?
This is the original building.
Okay.
Almost all the material came off the land. The biggest machine that's ever been on this land would be a chainsaw. Everything is just hand labor.
Where do you think, and obviously nobody has a clue, as a society where things are heading?
Oh, I think we've got a very, very difficult future coming up. Just merely with climate change. You know, larger parts of the country are going to become very difficult to inhabit. What are we going to do then, you know? Politically, you know, the one way people are reacting is to become more right-wing. They want somebody in authority to sort it all out for them. It's impossible for the government to fix the problems that are coming along because the problems are caused by the government.
But an argument would be, the right wing would say,
Hey, my boy woke. I ain't gonna lie. He said the problems is caused by the government. You right though. Shoot.
the left wing is authoritarian and they want everyone to figure things out for them.
Yeah, I know.
So each side says the same thing. It's
Sure.
interesting, right?
Yeah. These are tinctures in process.
It's sort of like a canning process, or what is
It's
that?
preserving with alcohol. Extracting and preserving with alcohol.
So how long do you do this for?
About a month. Then we squeeze them out and put them in bottles.
Oh.
And
you're
boosting
selling
stuff, antiviral stuff, good for the brain, good for sleep, good for anxiety, good for broken
So
bones.
you're selling this here.
Mhm.
So people have to come here to get
It's
it. Right?
self-service. People come in, get what they want, leave some money.
Oh, great. This is beautiful in here, Joe. This is like a whole nother
he gangsta with it,
zone.
man.
I personally am
He
just
gangsta
very
with it.
drawn to mountains. And mountains are very big in Chinese thinking too, philosophy and medicine as well. If a herb is good for something, it's twice as good if it came out of the mountains.
Okay.
Because there's more of this chi energy in the mountains.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Respect how you're living and how you've lived.
This is great.
It's very, very cool to see.
Good.
All right. Thanks for
right.
coming along, guys.
All right, this a full video on YouTube. You can just look up. What did it say? It says he lives 50 years off grid in Appalachia. Yeah, I don't know how to say that word, but hey.
This is a $1.5 million abandoned mansion once owned by a famous doctor. They also found a BMW M5 left behind here. It's a manual transmission. The car's in good condition, but it's been parked here for years. The garage is full of junk and some stuff has started to rot. In the living room, there's all kinds of decorations. There's artwork everywhere. The pieces on the walls are worth about $450 each. These two paintings also don't look cheap. The storage room is covered in spider webs. Even though it's abandoned, there's still power in the house. In another room, they found a bunch of car magazines. There were also limited edition car models. On the way to the bedroom, there were tons of water bottles. The bed in the bedroom was covered in animal droppings. There's also an old TV. On the table, there's a photo of the owner. And the walls are lined with more artwork. The home theater has a huge sound system. The gap above was probably for a screen. Anyone know what this is? In the corner, there's a record player. This bathroom is the cleanest room in the house. There are some random items in the bathtub. The room next door is packed with junk. It's so bad that the whole room is covered in spider webs. Under the clutter, they found a bed. There are also 2 TVs still plugged in. There's even a brand new car model here. I kind of want to take one with me. Outside this bathroom, there are hundreds of bottles filled with urine. It's disgusting. In the closet next door, there's clothes scattered everywhere, and a car key. The couch in the living room is covered in animal droppings. The heater in front of the fireplace is still on. I also found an old printer. Next to it, there's a model of a Porsche. The kitchen has an island and a glass table. There are spider webs all over. The fridge has expired food inside, but the smell is horrible. This is a
Bruh, they need to
$1.5 million.
Dang.
I can feel my face when I'm with you.
This is so disturbing, man. That is so disturbing. Wow. At least he's still alive, you know? Wow, that's sad. Dang.
Happy birthday, buddy.
You bet not.
This is your birthday.
You better not.
Let me cut one for me first.
Cut one for me.
2. These are good knives. Ready? I'm gonna give you a big one.
Okay.
Can you Yeah, is that good?
Clear the plate and get
Yeah,
your. Don't you
good.
bite that? Oh, come on, white dude. Oh, you gonna.
Happy birthday to us.
It's not your birthday, Ralph.
It's not just great. These.
Oh my god. I could never, bro.
Costco rotisserie chicken. In the doing.
No. 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 This is why I don't eat at anyone's house, man. Y'all be crazy. Nasty.
Costco.
It is nasty though. And I mean, they cook it in the washer too. The interest to hell. With this music, copyright. What was that?
Alright, so we just found something crazy in this house. Great, actually want to show. Oh my gosh. A freaking secret door. This is insane. It comes down here to this like crazy, like, I don't know, it feels like a dungeon down here. But all the way at the end, holy cow, what is this? That is a vault. Big heavy duty door here. What's inside? Yo, okay, so this was the gun vault. I bet you all this was lined up with so many guns, and this was all ammo. And like clips and stuff. Golly. What a crazy find. Alright, so we just found something.
Wow, damn.
You know that there's people that have 6 fingers and 6 toes? They might just see Goliath at the family reunion. And see, now in the Bible they say, who has 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot? And he also was a descendant of giants. And now today, the condition where people have 6 fingers and 6 toes is called polydactyl. And what causes polydactyl? And how do you get polydactyl? It's a condition that you're born with as a baby, and it often runs in the family. Now, what if, hypothetically speaking, Goliath had cousins that didn't meet David, and they kept reproducing generation after generation after generation? Remember now, 6 fingers and 6 toes, descendant of giants. I find that very strange. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about people having 6 fingers and 6 toes in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. But if
That's crazy. I remember seeing somebody in real life with that too. That is crazy. Like, that's a real thing.
Now, you'll see in a second, but what I'm wondering is who put this fence in a cave in the woods? And it really is a mean-looking fence. There's all sorts of spikes and barbed wire. It looks like it's to keep something in. I don't like this. 1 out of 5. Spooky. Now, you'll see in a second, but
There's some down there. I don't know what it is, but something down there.
This is a demo video of the new Cloudbuster I made. It's a 3-core black iron oxide and brass, copper and quartz. All these have quartz in them. And then the 6 copper tubes with the single terminated clear quartz crystal in there. The scalar waves basically get generated and come out, I think, how they come out of these tubes like this. And go for this guy right here. And basically I'm going to point it and erase.
Is he about to erase the cloud?
This is a fuller cloud than I normally do on these demos, but it's kind of cloudy out. And the smaller ones are kind of few and far between. So this one's separated. So I like to do them when they're kind of on their own. It's already starting to break up. I've made a couple of these now in different sizes. This is the biggest one I've made so far. I think there's a correlation to with size to area of effect. So the bigger ones seem to take out a larger area more quickly. I've made small ones as well, and they seem to work pretty good as well. This is
that cloud is definitely
going pretty quick here.
Operating.
And I finally got my phone to orientation. The orientation of the video is widescreen, so I finally got one that's widescreen. Thing's driving me crazy, but there's a little bit of that initial cloud right here that's left. Maybe some breaking up over here, and it took out a lot of that area too. Alright, I'm going to record a new Cloudbuster video. This is one that I haven't completed yet. It's going to be one of the powered Cloudbusters that I do. I haven't done yet, but all the scalar waves are intact and they should be working. Let's see here. Just to do a quick demonstration, I'm going to get that little guy right there, and hopefully he'll go real quick. I'm going to do the whole chain. There's 3 little clouds there. I'm going to get this one and then I'll move up. And I just got a message from another eBayer. I think his name was Yes Indeed, and he wanted to see if this works every time, so I'm just going to do another one real quick. I haven't done a Cloudbuster video in a while, but so I'm going to do another one real quick. This is the first one's gone, the second one gone. Look at those guys. Look at all those roly-polies. They're everywhere. So that's those 3.
Ain't no faking this over here, y'all.
A little bit left of the second 2, but it's probably going to be hard to see on video anyway. So, I don't know. Those were pretty small clouds. It's not going to be as impressive as some of my other videos, but there you go. Here's a demo of one of the Cloudbusters that I make. This is for really home use, but I'm going to do a demonstration of the scalar energy that's being emitted out of the end of this thing. This one's a powered device. I haven't hooked up the port yet, but well, here we go. Just for demo purposes, I'm going to do I'll do a small thing that's separated, so like that right there. Yeah, I'm just kind of aiming this and moving it around. This one's thin, so hopefully it'll disappear pretty quick. That's starting to go. If you'll notice, none of the other clouds are really changing at all. Just that one's going. So it's very focused. This is a healing device for your home more than for what I'm doing now. This is just a demonstration. It's just an easy way to show you the proof of the energy that's being emitted. This is about gone. You might not be able to see the rest of it on the camera anymore. I'm just doing this from my phone, so the camera's not that great, but there's a little bit left, but I doubt you can see it now. So there it is.
That's dope, man. That is dope. This device, or this, I think it's a crystal, some type of crystal. It's an organite. This is an organite he's using. I think we got more in there. Some metal, quartz. It's dope. So he made a mini cloud buster. That's cool. That's dope. How many have y'all done that just like with like your hand? I tried doing it like with my finger, doing it like this, and it actually works. That's how you know, we're energy, or the energy hoping the system stay alive. Imagine if you pitted the energy somewhere else, right?
This is the strangest country in the world. There are no people around anywhere. The city is full of these crazy lavish monuments. There is no traffic, malls, hotels are all empty. So the question is, where is everyone? This is the country of Turkmenistan, and after visiting more than 130 countries, this place is unlike anywhere I've ever been. The president requires all buildings and cars to be white. Tourists who do visit are under strict requirements to have a guide with you at all times, and are banned from visiting certain places in cities. Most websites and apps are banned, and Wi-Fi is pretty much non-existent. Every single activity we did, we were the only ones there, including this popular swimming hole and even the famous gas crater. We were the only ones who stayed at this awesome yurt camp. The airport is full of security guards, but for what? It's empty. Restaurants and streets, all the same. There are some camels around though. The locals I did meet were super friendly and welcoming. This place fascinates me and I've loved my time here so far, but the truth is there's just sort of a weird and eerie feeling you have when visiting here that's hard to explain.
Recorded findings have indicated that people all over the world were observing that lightning strikes are oftentimes followed by the formation of mushrooms. This is evident in the northern plains of North America and in the mushroom fairy rings of Europe. Lightning bolts come down and mushrooms will come up. And now we know actually electricity stimulates mushrooms to form. Here is something else that's most fascinating. Low frequency vibrations can actually stimulate mushroom mycelium to grow and thrive. This has been scientifically proven in the laboratory. Think of how delicate the mycelium is. There's more than 8 miles of a single mycelial mat in a cubic inch of soil. These thin tentacles of cells are extremely sensitive, and they are sensitive to sound vibrations like strings on a violin or a guitar or a piano. So it's been speculated that delicate mycelial networks are affected by the sounds and vibrations of human celebration. For millennia, when people come together as a community and have celebrations like births, weddings, planting crops, fall harvesting, the vibrations from the gathering of a community, playing drums.
Oh, this is crazy. He look like Elon Musk. The other one look like Donald Trump. Hey, they could be using something like this. For real. Right? Right? Y'all remember that? No, Joe Biden was not real. I don't care. That was definitely a suit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yup. You see it. Y'all see it. Hmm. Hmm. They be crisis actors or something. That's crazy, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the video right now. Go ahead and smash that like button. Um, we will be uploading again tomorrow, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. If you are new, make sure you have the post notification bell on. And I will hope to see you guys in the next upload. Let's get right back to the video. This is the last clip for today.
And if the government doesn't know this, then there's something very wrong with our government. Of course they know it. Not only do they know it, the elite knows it, and the oil company knows that you can run your car and heat your house from water, but they don't want us to know about it. So I'm going to show you how that's possible right now. What I have here is a plumbing tube. It's empty, and I have this piece of metal put together with rubber bolts and rubber washers in between. None of the metal is touching each other, and 2 wires on the top. Okay, easy thing. You can do it with a knife and fork if you want. Just stick a knife and fork in a bucket of water, and as long as they don't touch each other, you can create hydrogen gas. So here's the tube. I'm going to fill it up with water, so you can see that. Hopefully that's enough. And I'm gonna put this thing inside of it like this. Make sure it's, I might need a little bit more water. There we go. And this thing here is a battery pack for jump starting the car. Turn this around. Turn this one around so it don't fall over. And I connect this one here and this one here, and now we have instant reaction of hydrogen and oxygen separated. Now the bubbles is actually hydrogen gas. You can see the gas coming off it. This ignites. So flammable, so powerful. As you'll see, I'll try and get close and hopefully I can get this right. And it explodes. I'll do that right again for you to see, because it generates a lot of hydrogen gas, and this could be what could be fuel in your car. And it's very easy. It's made on demand. I don't know if you could see that on the video, but there's definitely a flame and an explosion, and you can see it's making it pretty quick. So that's water. So we've been lied to pretty much our whole lives about pretty much everything.
That is crazy, man. Did y'all see the
time in it?
Did y'all see that?
Is making it pretty quick.
Look at that, man. And he right that we've been lied to our whole life, man. Sad. All right, yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are making progress towards those goals, whatever those goals are. We got another good video for y'all. Go ahead and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. Y'all sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Free energy, y'all. Free energy.
¿Qué hay ahí? ¿Qué hay ahí? Está la lumbre.
Sí.
Esa es la que hace.
¿Ya vio cómo hierve el agua?
Sí.
¿Y se prendió el papel, ya vio?
Sí, sí.
Boiling the water. That's fire, man. That's dope. Who eating ice cream made from plastic?
Well, scientists have tried to figure out how to use plastic in unique ways to help reduce global pollution. One team has broken down plastic waste and turned it into a molecule that tastes a little vanilla-ish. How one artist now uses the product to make ice cream.
I remember as a kid making fake ice cream, but I didn't think we would actually be eating it. So developed by scientists in Edinburgh, these bastards invented the world's first food made from plastic. And when I say plastic, I'm not talking this. I'm talking plastic waste. Not that it's any better. Don't let them fool you. Consuming plastic leads to stomach pain, cancer, nausea, vomiting, and constipation as your body tries to expel it. Real ice cream, frozen dairy food, is made from cream or butterfat, milk, sugar, and natural flavoring. Be aware of these fake foods.
Well, scientists have
That's crazy, man. I mean, y'all had some ice cream the other day or a couple of days ago. I did. That's wild. They really got stuff like that, though. How many of y'all use creamer in your coffee?
Y'all check this out. Do not
Check
try
this out.
this at home. This has been done by a trained professional. Check this out, y'all. Boy, that's got to be good for you, ain't it? Drink up, fellas.
That's wild. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. Definitely not good for you. This is for entertainment purposes on YouTube. Did y'all know this about putting your phone on airplane mode on the plane?
This is just a friendly PSA that the airplane mode button on your phone is not a conspiracy. So if you forget to put your phone on airplane mode, no, it's not the end of the world. The plane will not fall out of the sky, and it won't even mess with the systems on board. However, it does have the potential to mess with the headsets. If you have an aircraft with 70, 80, 150 people on board, and even 3 or 4 people's phones start to try to make a connection to a radio tower for an incoming phone call, it sends out radio waves. There's the potential that those radio waves can interfere with the radio waves of the headset that the pilots are using. Last night in San Francisco, we had pushed off the gate. We were talking to the rampers. We disconnected from the tug, started the engines, and then once we got the plane turned around, we started headed towards the taxiways, and I called up ground to get our clearance as to which direction we had to go. And as soon as we start getting the directions, there's like this really annoying buzz going through the headset, and it kind of sounds like there's a mosquito in my ear. Like I said, it's not end of the world, but it's definitely pretty annoying when you're trying to copy down instructions and it sounds like there's just like a wasp or something flying around you. So if you're ever curious why you got to put on airplane mode, that's why.
Dang. So the whole time I'm thinking, if I don't put my phone in airplane mode, this plane probably gonna go down. No, it wasn't that at all. Shoot, now that I know that. What happens to the blood when you feel emotional? When we feel emotional?
What this woman discovered about our blood is going to change your life forever. I mean, it's crazy stuff. So she ran an experiment using dark field microscopy, so basically live blood analysis. She tracked what was happening to her red blood cells when she was feeling certain kinds of emotion. And what she found was mind-blowing. Here is just the difference between what unhealthy cells look like and what healthy red blood cells look like. When she was feeling sadness and grief, she found that her red blood cells would change to the shape of tears. When the emotion she felt was love, she found that the red blood cells would form perfect shape and would move beautifully. Essentially, the red blood cells became healthy and normal. When she was feeling fear and anxiety, she noticed that the red blood cells would move very sporadically, and they would move very, very quickly. But this one really blew my mind. They found that when the doctors prayed over the red blood cell sample, or the blood sample, they found that the red blood cells started to glow. And they would glow, and there would be these sparkles also around the red blood cells. And perhaps the most interesting part is, obviously this red blood cell sample has been taken away from the body. And they found that this glow and this sparkling was pulsating at the same heart rate as Rebecca, as if the blood still had a divine connection to the person.
This is an LED streetlight. Let's see what's inside. Uh-oh. Apparently, this is an LED 5G streetlight. It's pretty neat. This is a 5G cellular tower disguised as a water tower. You can tell it's a 5G tower disguised as a water tower because of the way that it is. Here's the antennas. Here's the disguise. It's pretty neat. This is a pine tree planted by T-Mobile. You can tell it's a pine tree planted by T-Mobile because of the way that it is. It's a pine tree, and it was planted by T-Mobile. This is an Itron smart meter. You can tell it's an Itron smart meter by the way that it is. This particular Itron smart meter has a special feature. Let's take a look. That's suspicious.
How many of y'all like Sloppy Joe?
I guarantee you someone right now is eating a Sloppy Joe. They call them Sloppy Joes for a reason, obviously.
Manwich is made from vine-ripened tomatoes, and we have our secret spices and seasonings that we put in.
Vine-ripened tomato paste is what starts the journey to Manwich.
It goes into a mixer. We mix the paste with water to get our desired consistency, and then we put it into a premix tank where we're getting our color, our brightness, and adding our sugars and salts at that point.
A touch of chili powder really gives Manwich a kick. Sweet onions, red and green peppers, spices, and tomato sauce dance together for a while. Once Manwich hits the filler area, it's ready to be canned.
We'll run about 720 cans per minute through our filler seamer, hot box cooler, right up to our labeler where we're labeling those cans, to our case packer and out the door.
That's right, out the door it goes, 70 million cans a year.
If you stack them end to end, you could go from New York to LA and back.
I guarantee you someone right now is eating a Sloppy Joe.
Your DNA, your genetic makeup might be all gone, y'all. 23andMe, the company that deals with your DNA, has just filed for bankruptcy, y'all. They're broke, y'all. Their CEO just stepped down. So that means all the DNA that they collected over the years, all over the country, all over the world, may be on the auction block. So that means your DNA, your genetic makeup, someone might buy it and have your DNA in their palm. I don't think y'all understand how crucial that is. I don't think y'all understand the severity of this. Let's just say, for instance, some bad people get a hold of the DNA and they look into cause terror and they make up some shit that your DNA can't fight. They got everybody's DNA so they can do that. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm just putting that thought in the air. So if you ever use 23andMe, go to the profile and delete your profile and ask for your sample to be sent to you so you can destroy that junk. I will be making a part 2 to this, so y'all stay tuned. Make sure.
Much more stable than rubber
Well, that look like that robot was ready to fight.
Just imagine a world where now you ain't even got to go to the gym no more. Look at this. They just went to get their muscles straight injected. These are the BBL. This is the BBL muscle factory where you just go and they just pump you up full of fluid So you get your chest, bicep, arms, legs, whatever you want without putting any work in. And just imagine the look on a woman's face. Your big swole ass can't even lift the couch because your muscle is just packed with gel. This is ridiculous. This is diabolical. Men, go to the gym. Everybody is running around here looking like Mr. Potato Head. So now you got fake muscles and your girl got a fake ass. It's ridiculous. What are we doing? Why are we trying to redesign ourselves? What is the point of this? When did men come to the conclusion that, hey, I ain't going to the gym no more? Shit, I can just go get some synthol, inject it in my arms, biceps, back, and chest, and I'll come out with big chest. It's like even if you try to punch somebody, you're going to tickle them because you ain't got no power. Just no power. It's going to be hard to open the door. And God forbid if one of them fake-ass muscles burst and leak all throughout your body and you get some type of sepsis and all your blood gets contaminated and now you sick. Now you sick. You can just get on some creatine and pump up. Y'all don't have to go to the doctor to get this shit put in your body. Balloon muscle having ass. Like you be on pop the balloon if you trying to holler somebody on there. They gonna bust the balloon and then pop your arm and chest muscles, man. Call me. Just a
Yeah, nah, he was just went in on them. Nah, that is crazy. Oh, like Popeyes. That's crazy, bro.
You add it. Okay. Now, get the rubbing them greens together, she said. Get them up in there and wash them real good. I cannot believe I've been missing this. I did not know we were supposed to be washing our greens with Dawn. Maybe that's why we always have leftover greens.
This is
I'm gonna
nasty.
get these washed up real good. And by the strainer
Nah.
being in there, we can just kind of just rinse them down. And, you know, because rinse the water down. Now, I'm sure these greens are going to be much cleaner now. And this is what you can do for Thanksgiving. You know, she said rub the greens together with the Dawn. So, you add it.
That is nasty. That look crazy. Is that yo? Is that the real deal? You know what he look like? He look like Sonic. Right there. He look like Sonic doing that. That is crazy. It's like, that's a real person doing that. Yo, y'all ever seen the sky look like this? That's crazy.
Let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
That's right. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
What can I add here to make this system faster?
Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed.
What does this remind you of?
Schrodinger's cat.
All right, give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
Nice. Thanks, Gemini.
This is Gemini doing this. AI is getting wicked, man.
All right, take a look at this here. I was just hiking on a trail and I came across this guy. This is an opossum. I saw him walking on the trail and I walked up to it and it got so scared and fainted, it passed out, and it played possum. This is an involuntary response by these animals. They don't choose to play possum. They just get so scared that they kind of pass out. He's starting to wake up a little bit. You can see his teeth. They got over 50 teeth. They'll do some damage, but they really won't bite you. I'm not in danger of getting bit, or I'm not really in danger of getting rabies. I know these animals might look dirty or kind of like a rat, but they are actually super clean animals. They groom themselves all day long. They actually eat ticks that go on top of them. So anytime they walk through some brush and they get a tick, they will eat it. They are known to eat up to 5,000 ticks a year, helping prevent Lyme disease. They also almost never have rabies. Could they get rabies? Sure, so could humans. But their body temperature is so low internally, it's tough for the rabies virus to survive. So they do not commonly carry it. Another cool thing about them is on their feet, they have opposable thumbs. They also have this super long tail that they use to hang onto trees and help climb. These guys will pretty much eat anything. They will eat anything from fish, bugs, insects, snakes, vegetables, dog food, cat food you leave outside. You'll see them in your garbage. A lot of times people will think they're a big rat, but they're actually not. They're more closely related to a kangaroo than a rat. They do have the pouch on their belly, which makes them a marsupial. They are the only marsupial here we have in North America, which is pretty cool. These guys are awesome. They use those whiskers to help dig and look for stuff. Look at how calm this guy is. He's just sitting in my hands. He's not going anywhere. But such amazing creatures. We're going to put them back here in a second. Another cool thing about these guys is they can actually have up to 20 live babies at birth. They almost come out of the birth canal about 14 days after mating. So they have one of the shortest gestation periods of all mammals. When the babies are born, they crawl right into the mother's pouch and they will stay there until they get big enough to crawl out, and they...
Yo.
All right,
the more you know. I didn't know possums eat anything though. Like they will literally eat anything, huh?
Get taken down or severely jeopardize my account, but I don't think I'm wasting my breath. I think it's important because the C40 Cities Climate Leadership Group, they have this ambitious target by the year of 2030 of 0 kilograms of meat consumption, 0 kilograms of dairy consumption, just 3 new clothing items per year per person. Definitely not applying to the people that go to the Met Gala, the Oscars, the Grammys. 0 private owned vehicles, and 1 short-haul return flight less than 1,500 kilometers every 3 years per person, all in the name of the climate. And this dystopia is all laid out in the Future of Urban Consumption in a 1.5 degree world report. So it's not a conspiracy, which C40 Cities released in 2019, and they have re-emphasized it every year since. Michael Bloomberg, he's the leader of the group, and he provides the majority of its funding. And the association, it consists of around 100 cities from around the world. Some of the American cities on this board, they include Austin, Boston, Chicago, Houston, Miami, Los Angeles, New Orleans, New York City, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Portland, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and Seattle. And we've seen extreme progress just this year alone as the New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, he announced that the city will place limits on the amount of meat and dairy served by the city institutions, for example, schools. So they're going to degenerate the minds of our youth, and prisons so keep them still mentally ill. We've seen the UK ban the sale of new gas-powered vehicles after 2035. We've seen France ban short-haul flights to cut carbon emissions. This reset is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It has more to do with social control than the climate. These globalist leaders will permit you from the ways of living that I just stated, but they will continue flying to their climate meetings in their private jet. The World Economic Forum, they stated in 2016 that you will own nothing and you'll be happy. We see private billionaires today buying up farmland everywhere, and this is to ensure reliance on the government's food supply and, of course, push us away from self-sufficiency. When it comes to red meat, I posted on this briefly that there was this World Economic Forum linked bioethicist Dr. Matthew Liao, and he has proposed the idea of genetically modifying humans to be allergic to red meat in what we call today as alpha-gal syndrome. And we assume also that it's coming from a tick, okay? He's also discussed shrinking the size of humans through eugenics and hormone injections so that we'll need to consume fewer resources. This is anti-human, banning meat and dairy, private vehicles, herding us into cities, genetically altering our bodies, and degenerating the masses will hurt the planet and the people.
That is sick. That they even trying to push that like that 2030 agenda. You will own nothing. You will be happy. Something like that. That's crazy.
If you knew this in school, you would be the smartest person in your school. That is because this is how everything we study works. It is the concept of oscillation or vibration. Let me show you how it works. Let's break this wave up into a band like our eyes and our ears do. If we take the bottom right corner of the spectrum and connect it with the top left, we can see how these blend into each other. That is how we mix notes in music and colors in art. You are now an artist. That is fun, but what about the not fun stuff, like math? To figure out where any of those balls are, we just need the x and the y measurement. That is trigonometry. If I keep doubling how fast that wave is going, it starts to add these nodes, circles within circles. Enough of these nodes creates the illusion of 3D and the study of spheres. Since we know trigonometry, the trig of all of these circles that make the sphere is calculus and the basis for physics. The interaction of these spheres gives us the torus. The torus shows us how electrons orbit a nucleus, creating these patterns that interact with other patterns, creating matter. You have now unlocked particle physics. Before we get too advanced, we need to go back to the sphere, because the interaction of these spheres is a study in itself. Studying the interaction of spheres gives us geometry. Geometry. From here, we can see how nature uses this, and then use it in our own designs, like in architecture or engineering. With a better understanding of how nature builds things, we can use that information to build our own things. Now, if we go back and look at the shape of atoms, then they start to make sense. Vibrations above atoms make molecules, vibrations above molecules make all the stuff. Vibrations above the stuff create stuff within stuff. It's called an emulsion. Like this, it creates a moving system with boundaries, allowing more interactions with more stuff. Above that, we get systems that organize and replicate, creating primitive forms of life. Find out what you and your kids are interested in and use that.
Maybe I'll use a shower filter.
Look how gross this filter is. If people are telling you New York City water, well, New York City pipes are freaking gross. Look at this. This is after 2 weeks of use. 2 weeks! And this is a new one, a new filter, okay?
Wow. That's crazy.
2 weeks of use and a new filter. This color in Korea advertised as around 6 months. Not sure how well the camera captures this, but look, you can see all the little sediments. It's on my hands. Okay, this is exactly what I'm trying to talk about. The dark stuff, it's all filled up top, like on here, collected over the past 2 weeks. I'm also gonna add another filter. This is the Bubble Mon one. I just got it from Amazon. It has vitamin C inside and smells really, really good. So it feels like every time you go shower, it's like this spa. So I'm just gonna add this, like double filter it, because hopefully that can solve my skin issue. It's gonna be like this. Looks like a weapon, for real. I'm gonna go shower and I'm gonna show you how the filter looks like after one shower. Come see the shower filter after one shower.
Oh my lord.
Isn't that so bad? One shower. This is so gross. Yeah. New York, baby.
New York, baby. Yo. Hey. How many of y'all got a definitely gotta have one. That's crazy, man. And then they want us to pay for this. And y'all look at that. Like how many of y'all like grounding outside and putting your feet in the grass, man? If you're not doing that, get into it, man. For real. It definitely helps.
You've seen our page before. We always talk about going into nature and barefoot grounding. And this is a great example of the meridian lines in which are being connected when you're barefoot grounding, similar to acupuncture. That's what it's doing. It's turning back on those energetic ley lines in the body, right? Same with the hands, right? You have meridian ley lines that run down, up and down the arms, all into the rest of the body. And when you go barefoot grounding, what you're doing is you're reconnecting to Mother Earth, and that energy is going up through Mother Earth into your souls, into your soul, and right into the rest of your body. And it starts to cause the body to heal, starts to repair, starts to restore, starts to bring back balance. So as I always talk about, go into nature, do some barefoot grounding, try 30 days for 30 minutes each day of barefoot grounding without any technology, and you will feel like a completely new person.
Dude.
Why do all the black characters in media got lightning powers? Miles Morales, Storm, the Cloud Ninja from Naruto, Static Shock. This was my boy back in the day. His name is literally Black Lightning. Like, I need an answer. Like, bro, we can't have nothing else? Just lightning, huh? Why do all the black characters in media got
Party stupid ass. This nigga just stupid, bro. It's like you don't know when I'm dealing with my kids. This ain't your niece, nigga. This is my daughter, nigga. Don't fuck with me, boy. Don't fucking play with me, nigga. You letting these white people use us against each other. You letting these Jews use us against each other, nigga. I put you on, nigga. Party stupid ass.
There was a song exclusively written by Satan himself. Some of you may know this song, but more so the older school folks. It came out in 1973, and it's called I Write the Songs, sung by Barry Manilow. If you have not heard this song, you would not believe how eerily outright written this was. Disclaimer, I'm about to show you a little snippet of the song. It shouldn't scare you, but if it does, then you can skim over this like 5-second part. It's really not long, and then I'm gonna just read you the lyrics. Look at the lyrics. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. I've been alive forever, and I wrote the very first song. Lucifer was the music. God created Lucifer to create music. Music was created even in him. It came out of him. It was, completely flourished by him. He was the start of music because of God. I put the words and the melodies together. I am music, and I write the songs. And then we go into the chorus. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs. I write the songs. This is verse 2. My home lies deep within you, and I've got my own place in your soul. Now when I look out through your eyes, I'm young again, even though I'm very old. He is spiritual. He's a spirit. He is not human. We are all spirits, but we have a human suit. Angels were not created with a human suit. This is how he clarifies. Though I am very old, I've been alive forever. And this is the very last line of the song, the outro. I am music, and I write the songs. Can you say eerie? Can you say Lucifer? Hello, can you say Satan? Because that is what it is. That is who it is. And I do not understand how these artists will literally get songs strategically from Satan himself and will sing it for him. It's like Satan does not love you. He's not on your side. However, he does promise these people fame and fortune. So they give up everything that they have to bow down to him so that way they can receive the things that they desire in this world. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and in the end lose their soul? This is not the only song Satan has made, okay? He has made many trillions of songs for artists in this generation, the last and the last and the last before that. He has been making music since before we've been thought of, okay? So nothing is new under the sun. He knows what he is doing. It's just this is the most blatant song to date made by Satan himself. That is why I'm pointing it out. And it's just the craziest thing because my mom was showing me this and telling me this about this, I think the day before. And I was like, I have to make a video about this because this is ludicrous. It is insane, but it's real. There was a song.
Somebody said, I rebuke any negative energy. I feel that. Man, all the music they be making nowadays is Satan. Or, you know, demonic, honestly.
Low-key on point? So you tell me this whole time this meme was actually low-key on point? I mean, not directly on point, but they was pretty damn close. I'm talking about we may have just made the greatest discovery of our human existence so far. This is the Khafre Pyramid, and in the latest radar scan, they found a huge structure that was underneath and stretched between all three of these pyramids. I'm talking about 2 kilometers in depth. This is how deep this structure goes. Yeah, that's the Burj Khalifa, and this is what we're talking about. Exactly. Directly inside the pyramid, they scanned and found that there were 5 identical structures that were all geometrically connected. And underneath that, as we begin to go underground, there are 8 identical cylinders that are all hollowed out with this spiral staircase basically going around it. Now, this looked like some type of energy technology type of thing to me. I ain't no scientist. I'm not no technological expert, but I know some conducting shit when I see one. The cylinders alone were measured to be 648 meters. Then on top of that, they all came down and connected into these 2 gigantic fucking cubes. These 2 cubes are 80 by 80 meters. Now this stretches and connects underground between all 3 pyramids. And you gonna tell me that Tesla was not onto something? And I'm not talking about Elon the dweeb, I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. Tesla was one of the first people to come out and say, no, they were onto something with the pyramids, something with the triangle and the structures. There had to be some sort of energy hub. And everyone was like, what, the Egyptians, they were stuck in the Stone Age, no time. Slaves built that. And now, as you can see, this is an intricate scientific type of build that is built by people that were far more advanced than we give them credit for. Now the question is, will Egypt let us come excavate and explore more? Because most of the time, Egypt's like, yeah, no, these are historical 7 wonders of the world. You're not touching them. But now, with this latest radar scan, it's like, wait a second, this could be an energy hub that we have not tapped into. We need to go excavate. I'm just so happy I wasn't proven right, because it's not like I knew that what was going on, but I always had a feeling. I was looking, like, they just build this as a tomb for one motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have been a great guy. But there was obvious reasons that there was these 3 right here in this specific point. And when you look at the math and the science, you're like, yeah, well, no, yeah, clearly they was on to something. And now it's proven. 2 kilometers in depth. I can't get over this. That's mad deep underground. Like, that's crazy. How'd they even get down that far? And then to build identical structures, connect them with cubes, there's some type of wiring around the cylinders. It's like, yo, they was geniuses, son. We gotta stop playing with them. We need to go to Egypt immediately. I need more answers because this is very interesting. What if we just unlock free energy for the world? That probably would not be good for us because all of a sudden this will go into disappearance and it will no longer be a thing. And next thing you know, somebody dying. But for now, greatest discovery.
So we've got this guy out here doing some next level fishing, y'all. Do you guys see what he's using? And he's actually catching the fish. Look at his hands, y'all. Yo, he's got chicken feet on his hands. Look at this. Look how stunned he becomes when this big catfish tries to come up for those chicken legs, y'all. If y'all don't know, catfish, they are bottom feeders, okay? So they love like meaty, smelly stuff. So this right here is literally a delectable to them, and this guy is not trying to let the chicken feet go. The smell drives the catfish wild, and it comes up to the surface thinking it's dinner time. So why do you think he doesn't want to catch the fish? Do you think it's because it's too big? Because he looks very surprised as soon as that fish comes from the bottom. Wow, this is crazy. I don't know where this is at, y'all. But would you do this? Could you see yourself doing this?
Don't rush being
grown. It's overrated. If I had to rate being an adult, if I could go on the internet and write a comment to rate my experience as an adult, I would give it 1 star. My comment would be very bad, would not recommend. I want to be grown. You don't want these problems.
You talking about very bad, would not recommend.
Do you know when you become an adult, you do not get to do what you want to do? You do not get to go where you want to go? I think it's a misconception. When I get grown, I can do whatever I want to do. No, you can't. You can do whatever you can afford to do. Number one. Number two, especially once you have kids, you do whatever your kids allow you to do. Because that's your first responsibility. Plus, you got to pay for a place to stay. In Arkansas, that's between $900 and $2,000 a month. Getting a car, that's between $300 and $500 a month. Car insurance, that's about $250 a month. We still hadn't got a haircut, hadn't got our hair done, hadn't bought a new pair of shoes, haven't gone out, hadn't had a good time, haven't gone to the comedy show, haven't gone to the basketball game, haven't done any of that. It's overrated. I would advise you to enjoy being a child. Enjoy being a teenager. Why? Why do I say that? Because you have 70 years to be an adult. From age 18 all the way to 88. You can either be 88 years old. That's 70 years that you're going to be an adult. You're only going to be a child for 17 years. I want to encourage you to embrace being a child. Don't rush being grown.
Pyramids in Egypt have these cylinders, but no one is speaking about Luxor Temple, located in Karnak, Egypt. It's built in the figure of the human body. It's not a temple for worship. It was a 3D mystery school, teaching the science of ascension of our consciousness. The entrance is the feet. The feet touch the material earth, which represents the lower mind, the low state of consciousness. Every one of these rooms contains symbolism, containing secret teachings in order to ascend, designed to gradually elevate the individual's mind from the lower to the higher, from matter to spirit. These symbols on the walls encoded secret spiritual wisdom, and you would have to go room by room to work your way up. The Egyptians never worshipped any deity. They taught the secret teachings of occultism on how to expand the human awareness. Congratulations.
Like a magnet to your copper, it is not copper. Copper items, should they be 100% copper? Yes, when you're getting copper items, you want them to be 100% copper. If for some reason that you cannot find copper in whatever given place that you're looking for, such as a vintage store, make sure that it is copper plated. If that's the case, but the problem with copper plating is it will come, so you want 100% copper, and you want to also be able to not stick a magnet to it. If you can stick a magnet to your copper, it is not copper. It's usually steel that's coated with copper, but anytime you're looking for copper, you can go to an eBay, you can go to a vintage store, you can check out places like that. Copper is very beneficial. You know, all the people, there's still 25 million people with copper pipes, and they got those copper pipes to protect the water, protect their home from the frequencies coming into their home. Now, they will tell you, you need to switch to plastic pipes because they are trying to bribe you to switch to plastic pipe. When hot water runs through plastic, you get vinyl chloride. That's what you get. Hot water running through the plastic. It cooks the plastic. Now, a flip side is most people don't realize that a lot of the tap waters contain chemicals to eat your copper pipes. If you
Typical tea bag is sprayed with plastic on the outside to keep it together and doesn't rip. And that plastic comes off the tea bag as microplastics. Average cup of hot tea brewed, even with a regular tea bag that has plastic sprayed on it, sheds 1 billion microplastic particles into your cup of tea. Microplastics in a cup of tea are invisible. So here you are thinking you're drinking something good, but actually you're also taking in these microplastics, which we used to think may not be doing that much harm, but now we're beginning to think cause inflammation. So recent studies have shown that in people with narrowed arteries, including arteries feeding your brain, your carotid arteries, blockages, when the doctors have pulled out the lining, the thickened areas, they've actually found microplastics embedded into the narrowing, and it's correlated with a 4-fold increase of fatal heart attack and stroke. More recent research has shown microplastics in the testicles, in semen, and just last week, a new paper came out showing they found microplastics embedded in the flesh of the penis as well. So, whole tea leaves in a ball, fine. Tea leaves in a bag, I would stay away from that.
Hey. It's like you found it's like everything it's like everything's just messed up, man. It's like you think something healthy for you and then you found out something new about it, right? It's crazy.
They have the technology to control storms, and they've been building these laboratories where they've been creating artificial hurricanes in Florida. And so I just saw a news feed the other day where they were showing how they can get the winds up to, you know, Category 5 winds and what happens to the water and how the water wall builds, what the damage levels will be. This is all in a laboratory setting, by the way.
Wow.
A huge lab that has water and everything. But then they also have, you know, devices like HARP that actually send these frequencies into the atmosphere. And they just admitted that these type of high frequency locations that transmit this information to the atmosphere can actually steer storms.
Whoa.
They can build storms and create one and have it start up, but then they can also, after they create it, they can steer it. And I keep telling Elizabeth, she's been down in Florida with me now for a few years, and we've seen these hurricanes coming through. My area has houses that are complete concrete fortresses. Our house can withstand a tornado because the houses are poured concrete block, steel rebar. I mean, you name it, steel reinforced overhangs.
Hurricane
They're fortresses.
windows, yeah.
5 Category 5 hurricane windows, Category 5 hurricane garage doors. It's a fortress. But what happens is these hurricanes, they've been hitting areas in Florida that don't have our building codes.
The only areas.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, really? It's targeted?
Yeah. How many times can a hurricane hit areas that have no drainage system?
Yeah.
In Florida, no doubt, no drainage system, that have houses made of wood, no concrete block, no cinder block, no steel reinforced overhangs. If it's happening 4 and 5, 6 times, you have to say, man, this ain't a coincidence anymore. Something's going on. Something's creating and flattening out an area to create opportunities for new real estate.
Right.
And I think that's what's going on. That's my personal opinion. They have the tech.
Yeah, Billy, no. Then 1 minute it's sunny outside, and then next it's just raining. Like, what?
Like, there's people who go missing. You know that whole thing? They go missing, they get turned into McDonald's. There's a whole thing where pets, I don't know if you guys ever saw this, there was a guy who owns the largest pet food company, and he owns all the kibble, and when a pet would pass away at the vet, they would take that pet, put it into kibble. See?
Can we tell what's in pet food just by looking at the label?
There's no way to really tell that, because if the ingredient says meat and bone meal, you don't know if that's cattle or sheep or horse or fluffy.
Same thing with sick people. It gets really weird. And that's the thing, all of these fast food companies, because I don't want to just say that this fast food company is this, it's all of them. They're all owned by the same people. Like, you look into all the companies and all the fast foods, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, you know, Popeyes, Subway, all of it, it's all owned by the Rockefellers. It's all owned back into this book. Like, just straight up, that's just what it is. It's all owned by the same things. It's all owned by the Federal Reserve, the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers. It's always the same thing. So when people are like, oh, I went to, you know, Wendy's and I bought from this. No. You bought from the same companies that also own the other companies which are trying to poison you. It's all the same exact thing. They're all owned by the same people. It's umbrellas.
Dang. How many of y'all still be eating out?
Did you know that the English language has been manipulated so that we are constantly casting spells on ourselves and other people unknowingly? If you don't believe me, just listen to this. I explain it right here, and I added some text into it so you can all really hear it out. Did you know that the English language was purposefully manipulated in order to keep us in a low vibrational state and disconnected from the meanings of the words that we are speaking? Words are spells. That's why we learn spelling in school. Every sound that we speak has an energetic meaning and footprint that ripples out into the ether in the form of sound energy, creating the very fabric of reality as we know it. Now let's look at some examples. You have to be in a very weak days in order to make it through the weekdays. Notice a double meaning of week and days. Same sounds, different spelling. The same goes for the word weekend. It sounds very similar, almost identical to the word weekend. So when you say during the weekdays, you're casting a spell of being in a week days. By the time you make it to the weekend, you're so weakened by working a job that does not serve your soul. Job just stands for just over broke. And every morning you are mourning the loss of your time and your energy. mourning. You're mourning the loss. The English language was purposely manipulated to keep us in a low vibrational state. That's just a fact. The more we learn about the English language, the more we can detect lies and protect ourselves. And learn the truth while we're at it. I love you all. And of course, this is just satire and for entertainment purposes only.
We just got to the store. And don't ask for nothing. Tasia, don't ask for nothing. Don't say shit. Go in here, shut up, and sit in the motherfucking car. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Let's go.
Antasia, shut up. Antasia, be fucking quiet.
Can you get me one of those?
No, I cannot. Come on. Come on. Doing too much. Antasia.
Help me. A trap.
Antasia, shut up.
Someone help me. Got me in her purse.
Which detergent do you think is better? The Purex or the Extra?
Extra.
Extra. All right. Need some Lysol. Where are you go? Tasia.
Can you get me one of those?
What do you need a plunger for? Lavender. We just got.
What is this device you use up there? That's funny.
People pleasing is when you give all of your energy to other people, leaving you empty. But genuine service is when you fill your own cup first and you give your energy through overflow. Extra overflow is what you give to other people. But people pleasing stems from you being so empty and depleting yourself by prioritizing other people and not prioritizing yourself first. The unconditional love that you search for in a partner or other people is found within yourself. And this is the type of love that never ends, that never has ups and downs or confusion. It's always there for you, never abandons you. People pleasing is when you give all.
Today's episode of Random White Acts of we have skating at the speed of light. Oh my days. Bro is moving absolutely mental. Vociferous types of speed. As you can see, Red Bull, nowhere in sight. So why? Strictly for vibes. Mars Riviera, guessed it. Death. Right there. Over to the left, you're gone. Sent over the edge. Straight to the upper room. Special white breed indeed, because let me tell you, I would not even drive down this road this fast. And the cameraman, my God, hats off to you. Round of applause. That tree right there, if you see Hereditary, that would be me. Head gone, it'd just be my shoulders. But where LJ at? I don't know. His head about 150 yards that way. And then the Tokyo Drift, Sean clearly has a need for speed, but for me, it's just like not enough protective wear. Could you imagine the road rash on your elbows or even on your back? Like, no fucking way. But you over here just vibing and sliding, moving and grooving like you ain't new to this, you true to this. And that's because you a special white breed. And I appreciate you, because me, I could never. I'm not trying to give you no more death-defying ideas, but I'm just saying, you moving so motherfucking fast. You can probably put a wing to the left or to the right, and next thing you know, just be flying, gliding through this motherfucker. What is this, like the Shire? You finding Frodo in them? I don't know. Maybe more of like a Narnia guy. Maybe going to Hogwarts, find Harry in them. But regardless, you are a special white breed. And with that being said, you already know what time it is. Run the outro.
That is crazy. He moving like Flash.
What? It's late. Is that Slay?
Why are you staring?
Oh my god.
Why you stealing? Put it back.
It's about Chick-fil-A. Minecraft chicken. How? How? There's gotta be a filter or something.
You're either gay or straight, hot or cold, day and night, conscious or subconscious. Everything in the universe has polar opposites. They brainwash you as space to hide the polar opposite of Earth, which is matter. The opposite of matter is spirit, astral plane. When you look up in the sky, you're looking up at a higher dimension, the etheric and astral plane. You have access to higher dimensions of consciousness. The mind is not physical. It can go in the past, present, and the future, which means it's not bound by time, space, nor matter, but your body remains in the present, bound by the limitations of the material world. You can't go to space with a rocket, but you can go with your astral body. This is called astral projection. They don't want you knowing these things. It's just up to you whether you believe me or not, because knowing yourself is the only true religion. You're either gay.
I had came across like a coconut, right? And as I was looking at the coconut, I said,
I saw you post it.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
bro. I said, how does water get into a coconut? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, bro, I drink water, right?
I'm drinking coconut water right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Coconut don't drink water. Like coconuts don't drink water. Like I drink water, right? But a coconut don't drink water. Bro, I'm saying,
What
like,
do you
literally think
mean
about it.
coconuts don't drink water? Why would they drink water?
Cause how else would it get inside of it? So are we drinking like tree pee? What are we drinking?
A part of the endosperm gets converted into a creamy tissue and gets deposited on the coconut's inner surface.
Hold on, they trying to know. They not doing that. I know they are not doing that right now.
Damn, look, creamy tissue. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Nah, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is nuts, bro.
Oh,
this is nuts.
There gotta be a reason they call it.
Niggas is drinking cocoa nuts.
在很久以前，仙界有一位与众不同的仙人，名叫哈基仙人。他不像其他仙人那样整日打坐，而是沉迷于研究各种稀奇古怪的仙术，其中最出名的便是他的独门绝。
No, that cat do like a like he know karate or something, right?
May God be with you, my boy. No time to even think of an excuse. Mom pulled in the driveway.
That's tough.
Rest in peace.
This is wild. Tasmania University in Australia has created the Earth's black box. Just like an airplane, this thing records all of the data for what is going on right now on Earth and is set to withstand any sort of a natural disaster or disaster of any kind so that future civilizations or even aliens would be able to access the data and find out what is going on currently on Earth right now. It is recording climate change data, political data, social media data, what we eat, what we do on a day-to-day basis so that somebody would get a peek in to see how the world was today. This was built and finished in 2023. So as of now, it is currently recorded up to 2 years of data, and it can continue to record even if there's no electricity for up to centuries. So if something bad happens, this thing will still be around. What do you think we should be recording for future civilizations or maybe aliens to see about the way that we are living today? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below. This is wild.
Yo, that's crazy. It says they already got 2 years of recording. That's interesting.
Yeah, what you asked?
Hey, I'm really excited to share with you something I got. I'm gonna take it out of the box, and I can't wait to show you. Okay, I'm in a parking lot, and people are literally looking at me like crazy. I don't even care. So here we go. I gotta take off my glasses for it. Oh, naturally. Okay, here we go. So, yes. Now watch when my mouth actually moves. That's not me making that noise, it's the mask! Here, listen.
If you have a dream about somebody dying in the dream, stop and stay. First things first, that doesn't always mean a physical, actual death. That's number one. Number two, dreams have multiple meanings. There's an endless amount of meanings for every different dream, and each component of the dream can change the entire dream completely. But the first one I want to tell you about is when you dream of somebody dying, it could literally mean it's time for you to let that person go. Because I saw somebody comment the other day and they had said they dreamed about their ex passing away. Baby, it's time to let him go. It's been time to let him go. Your subconscious is like, oh my God, we don't know what else to tell her. We've told her, we've given her all the red flags. How about we put this in her dream? Maybe this will help. God. That's just an example though. But also it can symbolize something that's attached to them that you need to let go. So let's say you dream about this person and this person reminds you of how you were bullied in your childhood. Maybe that's something you need to work on in your real life in this current point in time because it's, affecting you and you don't even realize it. And lastly, I always tell y'all about the 5 whys that I created when it comes to dream. 5 whys. Who, what, when, where equals why you're having that dream. And that, along with 100 interpretations, is in my dream guide, which is the 3rd link in my link tree. But anyway, peace. If you have a dream...
Hi, so if you guys haven't seen what's going on with Chinese manufacturers on TikTok, you have to look this up. Like I'm sure many of you have, I ended up on Chinese Warehouse TikTok, and they're leaking all the secrets about how our stuff is made. For example, Birkin bags that are like $38,000, they show how they're made, and honestly, the quality was really good. But altogether, those Birkin bags that are $38,000 came out to about $1,600. Laundry pods were $20 for $1. And in America, that would have been like, what, $13? And the craziest part is they're showing people how to order directly from the manufacturer in China to where you can avoid the tariffs and not pay American prices for any of those products. And we're talking every shoe brand you've ever worn, every clothing brand you've ever worn, anything that you buy, they have shown us how to order it for a fraction of the price. It is such an epic level of petty, and I love it so much. And the thing is, what do American companies think we're gonna do? We're gonna pay their prices rather than Chinese prices when I can get 1,000 times more product for the same price as we get here. We're not going to do that. These Chinese companies called our bluff. They were like, oh, you want to put a tariff on us? Okay, here's every product you buy in America at an inflated price for a fraction of the cost. This is the craziest Uno reverse card I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, have fun going down that rabbit hole and tell me the things that you found are cheaper in the comments. I appreciate your faces. Hi.
So right now, I'm about to give y'all the sauce. I'm about to give you all the websites that you can go and purchase stuff directly from China, and it ain't no middleman. It ain't nobody adding all these fees. Now look, I may not be able to pronounce all these words, so y'all listen up closely. So the first website is NIHAI, Niha. The second website is VIP.com. So for your handbags and purses, the website is BAO66.com. BAO66.com. The next website is Naila.com.cn. NALA.com.cn. So if you're looking for women's shoes, the website is go2.cm. So if you're looking for jewelry, go to the @ Lois Jewelry, and it's LOUIS. If you're looking for wigs, go to @Halo Sister Wig. HALO Sister Wig. The next website, if you're looking for auto parts, go to GIPEIREN.com. That's for auto part. And here's another popular website. And this website, if you're looking for clothes, shoes, bags, hair, anything, you can get anything on this website, DHgate. Y'all check it out. Y'all share it so everybody can know. So everybody.
These motherfuckers are next level. They say not only do we produce 80% of the world's manufacturing, your favorite shoes, your favorite handbags, your favorite clothes come from China, but guess what else do? Electronics. And man, do they have everything for the low. But they say, hey, we make iPhones too. 80% of the world's population of iPhones come from China. Like these manufacturers is putting everybody on blast, saying if you want it for cheap, come get it for us. Skip the middleman. Some say free shipping. Now we all know trying to order something right now would probably be pointless. Because of these high ass tariffs, it's gonna be probably just sitting at their port. However, when good old Donnie Boy decide to set the record straight, you can get all this shit for the low. Some even saying free shipping. This is why they wanna cut out the middleman. The government been getting over on Americans for Lord knows how long. And China is setting the record straight. Are you one of the ones that like to keep up with the Jeffersons? Or are you one of the ones that value your dollar? Will you be going straight to the source? Or will you keep using the middleman? These motherfuckers are next level.
That's crazy. I just found out about the how do you say it? I just learned a little bit about the tariffs.
These niggas so rich, they do games when you basically gotta survive. Bro, that Fall Guys shit is, they have real actual games like that where real humans falling and firing and all type of shit on the dark web. But once you see this shit, it traumatizes you for life. I don't look at deaths and shit, I can't do all that. But bro, y'all, all of these games, everything that we play come from something deeper. I'm not trying to be conspiracy or none of this, bro. It's real. But alright, you know, okay. These niggas so rich, they do.
Y'all heard there's a lot of crazy stuff on the dark web too. A lot of crazy stuff that you can find on the dark web. And they even said Squid Games, that's actually a real game. That's a real game.
Why did Roseanne say this about humans?
Not everybody here on this planet has a soul. In fact, a lot of them are just projections of program. And that's all they care about is regurgitating the program that they have been created by artificial intelligence to spout, because they don't have any real intelligence. And how you tell the difference is a human being has the ability to change, and a messenger cannot change. A messenger has a different soul than a human being. The messengers are here, program artificial intelligence. The messengers are here to tempt and sway people who have souls. And they do it quite effectively. But when you go back to roots, the way you tell if you're a human being or just a messenger, a co-opted bot of artificial intelligence, is you can change. A human being has the ability to change its mind.
Why did Roseanne say this about him?
Bro, if you somebody who don't got a job and you need a little bit of money, bro, it's work for a month, bro. Go get a job anywhere for a month. Grind for a month spiritually. So you can stock up on healthy stuff, herbs, different stuff that you need. It's okay. You're not gonna slave. You have a purpose behind it. It's okay to work temporary. Bro, if you...
I guess y'all won't be creeping on Instagram no more. And this is for everybody that be double and triple looking at people's Instagram stories on some stalker shit. Instagram is letting everybody know you a stalker. So you already know Instagram hit that update. That update where they let you know who's looking at your story over and over and over again. So now when somebody view your story, they're going to go in order. Whoever viewed first, you're going to be able to see who viewed first to last. But if they review your story, guess what's gonna happen? Their picture gonna pop back up to the top of the list as many times as they review your story. So now you would definitely know who's stalking you. Oh, hold on. And Instagram did something else. This update right here is gonna let you know who your real friends is. Instagram also did an update where they let you know when somebody is screenshotting in close friends. Oh, you heard what I said, right? And I'm glad they doing that, because y'all messing shit up for people in close friends. Bad enough people don't want to show nothing on close friends no more anyway. Nobody don't want to open up close friends and see a cooking show. Nobody don't want to open up close friends and see kids. Nobody want to open up close friends and see your parents on Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's not what close friends is for. And y'all messing that up. So I'm glad that they putting that feature in there, so we can get back to the real close friends. And so we can know who's stalking who. Stop stalking. It's not good. Instagram. Thank you. I guess y'all.
Yeah, but we still can see who unfollow us.
But I was like, I'm gonna hop back on the game when GTA 6 come out. He said the realest shit ever. He said, bro, nigga might not even live to see that. No, seriously, because where the hell is this game at? Where the hell is GTA 6 at? I've been staying in the house. I've been surrounding myself with positive people. I stay by myself most of the time. I ain't going out. I ain't put myself in harm's way. I'm trying to make it long enough to see the damn game come out. Do you know where I live at? Do you know where I live at? You know how hard it is to stay out the damn way? GTA 6, where Rockstar, where that damn game at, bro? I'm trying to make it to play the damn game, bro. I'm really getting frustrated and stressed out. God damn it. Drop the game, man. Drop the damn game.
Yo, it's crazy. Like, life is that unpredictable. You don't even know. You gonna live, didn't even play the game. Like, they need to, yeah. GTA need to stop playing. They didn't gonna change it to 2026. What is wrong with y'all, man? Like, it's almost like at this point, just keep the game. We don't even want it no more.
It's National Suicide Prevention Month, a month to remember the lives lost to suicide, the millions who have struggled with suicidal ideation, and acknowledge the individuals, families, and communities that have been impacted. It's National Suicide Prevention Month, a month to remember the lives lost to suicide.
That's sad. People like succumb to themselves. I ain't gonna lie. People that do that is gangster though. I gotta give them I respect it. Like, dang, for you to go out like do that to yourself, that'll take a lot. You gangster. I ain't gonna lie, you gangster for real. And I just, I just hope they so doing good wherever they at. For real.
We are interacting with 4 fucking species. This is nuts. These are confirmed. These are who we're interacting with. We are interacting with the Greys, which we kind of knew. Short humanoid involved in the 1947 Corona crash in Roswell. The Nordics, which are basically like us. They look like Scandinavians, basically. So human-like from 5'6" to 6 foot tall. Those look like us. They look like humans. This guy said this in a congressional panel. I can't stress this enough. Unfortunately, the reptilians, apparently according to him, exist. They're humanoid with reptile-like features. Not reptiles, they just perceive that way. Insectoids apparently are also real, humanoid but bug-like faces or eyes, also human-sized. What? Like, this is, he's testified this. He said this in a congressional panel to Eric Burleson, Paulina Luna, that is currently running the Task Force for Transparency. Protect this man with our life. We are in.
Yo, this is crazy. Like, I remember like years back, like 2020, they was not talking about aliens and stuff like that. It's like, and he wasn't hearing about UFOs that much. It's almost like the news didn't even talk about aliens at all. But it's like, after that year, it's like everything just changed from that year. Everything just beginning to expose. Everything just been, the veil just getting thinner and thinner. Yo, is this true?
You want to know if you halfway decent looking? Just open up the camera on TikTok and watch the sound that it pick for you. Because if you open up the camera and the first thing it pick up is what the hell, Yante? You might want to be a little concerned. Because if you open up the camera and it don't automatically pick up a sound talking about how attractive you are, how pretty you are, something dealing with your beauty, you might not be what you think you is. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. If you want to know if you halfway deep.
How y'all feel about that?
Bro, I don't recommend, to be honest with you, in my 20s, if you in your 20s right now, I don't recommend relationships. Seriously. If you in your 20s, you really gotta find yourself. Hit your prime, like figure it out. Relationships just gon', man. If you a nigga grinding, trying to do some streaming, anything, soon as you get a girl and you like active, it's like, bro, see, I'm in my 30s now, so when you in your 30s, you kind of balance. You know how to do little shit, you know about your health and shit. But when you in your 20s, you really just trying to just live life, turn up, you feel me? I don't recommend relationships in your 20s, bro, seriously. But I know it is what it is. Bro, I don't recommend.
That's a good point. Because you is just trying to find yourself in your 20s. Even me, I'm still growing as a person. I remember when I don't know if y'all some OGs, y'all know I didn't really used to talk that much. On my and now I'm talking more, right? I'm talking so much more. People are like, can you stop talking so much? Can you go to the next clip? I'm like, dang. This is a reaction channel. Don't do that. I got opinions too. I got a voice, just like you got a voice, man. But I see myself growing. But there is no, it's no good enough. You gotta keep going, man. And one thing, never act like you know it all, real. Because life will humble you, real.
Just remember the next time you go to work, it was somebody that woke up the same time you did, turned on their camera, and all they had to do was this. And they just made a few $1,000s. Just remember the next time you go to work.
That's crazy, man. If y'all working a 9 to 5, I salute to y'all, but at least do something online too.
Don't call my motherfucking phone yelling. Cause I'ma hang up. Shit, ask my mama. Don't call my motherfucking phone.
He said, shit, ask my mama. Nah, that's true though. Nah, I can't argue. I'm not good at it. And that's a good thing too. I feel like a man shouldn't argue. Come on, man. I'm not about to argue, man. I don't feel like, unless you want to fight, get that out the way. I don't feel like arguing, man. It's just, come on. What is we doing?
One thing about me, baby, I'm going to encourage anybody to post whatever it is that you post. If it's funny on Snapchat, if it's funny on Instagram, if it's funny in your phone and our messages, post it on TikTok and get paid for it, because why not? Your kid can make you famous. Your grandma can make you famous. The funny videos of your cousins fighting, like whatever. It can make you famous. Post it. One thing about me, baby, I'm going to encourage.
Parasites are demons. I'm gonna prove it biblically. These are what parasites look like up close. Isaiah 58, is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. Fasting kills parasites, guys, and parasites make us sick. Really strange coincidence that the symptoms of having parasites go hand in hand with what demonic oppression looks like. In Matthew 17, the disciples were struggling to cast a demon out of a boy, and it says, howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. In Luke 8, when Jesus cast demons out of the man, Jesus asked him, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. Then the devils went out of the man and entered into a herd of swine. Pigs carry a lot of different kinds of parasites. I like to run things through Haven to check and make sure that they're biblically accurate. Haven says it's possible, especially when considering Matthew 8:28, where Jesus cast out demons from 2 men as suggesting a connection between spiritual entities and physical afflictions. In Luke, Jesus also gives us the authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. In the Old Testament, Leviticus and Deuteronomy says that pigs are unclean animals and that we shouldn't eat them. In the New Testament, Jesus makes all foods clean for us to eat. Acts 10, how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. Healing all who were oppressed of the devil. Think of that. They heal people physically and of demonic spirits at the same time. Matthew 10, it says, when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. And then think of the times when we're told that God loves the smell of burning fat. Fat is where parasites mostly exist. To me, this is crystal clear, you guys. Let me know what you think. Parasites are...
Yo, I seen something about talking to the tree. This joint was just all the way. Go back down, tree. Go back down. And y'all see it's real windy. It's going back down, bro. Give me a kiss, tree. Touch my chin. I'm not moving, y'all. I'm staying right here. And it's windy. They pushing it back. The wind's blowing that way. The wind's blowing that way. Give me a kiss, tree. Yo, there's no way this is really happening. Tree, let me get a kiss. Touch my chin right here, tree. Right here. Right here. You're such a nice tree. You're so beautiful. Go ahead, tree. I can feel you. I know it's coming. There's no way, gang. Okay. Back up, tree. Back up. Back up. Don't come too close now. Don't come too close now. Just give me a little bit of space, a little bit of room so we can connect. Yo, bro. I'm talking to a tree.
Yo, China done lost their mind.
This was somebody home. We got a refrigerator downstairs.
Come on here and vent to like my peoples, my community, and like even if you're not a part of the community, I just want y'all to like just hear me out real quick, man. Yo, when I tell y'all, yo, that the spiritual warfare right now is at its all-time high, bro, it really don't even make no sense, man. Like, as y'all know, man, I'm always in good spirits. I'm always being the best person I could possibly be, man. And I just feel like the enemy is continuously always trying to push weird negative agendas against me, yo. No matter how good of a person you are, yo, some people just don't give a fuck about that shit, yo. And it's like, it's kind of to the point where, bro, like, the 5D shift, like, and the unmasking of things has really been happening. For those who've been here and actually seen and been a part of my entire journey, y'all know exactly where I started. Y'all seen where I've been. Y'all seen the progression and the things that I've been doing on this social media shit. What I'm gonna tell y'all is, man, don't ever let nobody try to get under your skin to let y'all feel like y'all discouraged, that you're discouraged and that you can't get to like where you're trying to get to. Like, the only person that truly knows what's going on in your life is you. And don't let nobody step on your toes, yo, especially if you know that you've been grinding the entire time. When I tell y'all, man, that the Most High really been on a crazy mission lately, like, just unveiling things, bro, this shit just been consistent back to back to back. Also, another thing, y'all, no matter the circumstances, yo, don't let nobody belittle you and your dreams and the path that you want, because only you and the Most High is going to go to the places, you feel me, that you deserve to be in. Just listen to this real quick.
So you move through life now. They would never guess you have a story. They would never guess how wrong you were done by so many people. You were attacked by the devil himself because of your mission. And what is that mission? That mission was to come to this earth and help raise the vibration. Because heaven is a vibration. And right now, so many people are in the vibration of hell. and you were called to come and help people. So many people are lost, and you're gonna be the lighthouse for so many people.
I just want y'all to get like an understanding what's like how I'm feeling right now, or if anybody else can relate to this. I just want y'all to take this like, you know what I'm saying, to the heart like God did, you feel me? Not everybody can relate when you like God's child, bro. And that's it and that's all, yo. I'm out of here. I just want to come.
Yo, shout out to Rizzy.
Cemetery. And I thought to myself, you're right. I've never seen them open a new cemetery. It's been the same cemeteries here that's been here since we've been here. And that gotta make you think, like, what is really going on with all of these bodies? Where are all of these bodies going? Caskets and all. And I'm not talking about on a supernatural or spiritual plane. I'm talking about the physical. When you really think about it, it is no way that all of these bodies could be in these cemeteries. All over. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But y'all need to check his story out. Because he might tell it a little bit better than I told it. And you might feel a little bit different hearing it from him. This shit crazy. Cemetery. And I thought to myself, you're right. Cemetery. And I thought to myself,
Close the garage.
Yeah, my mom used to do that. Like, yeah, you close it. Bro, how many of y'all experience doing this, man? I know y'all experience doing this. This is funny.
These are the Aliana hands.
Yo, I seen this video. This is crazy. These are like real human hands. You can't tell me. They make real human hands.
Pronouncing it wrong. The
They got the
shipping was
bangs
okay. I
on
had
it
to pay
too.
$73 for clearance. I ordered them February 26th. Got them.
I'm gonna mute it because of the music, but just look at the hands. These hands look too real. What? Come on, man. You would think somebody putting their hands in the camera right now. Look at the veins on it. Nah, man. That gotta be somebody's real hand, right? Or am I tripping? Nah, I ain't tripping, bro. Them look like real hands. Look at the veins. You got veins like me. You got more veins than my hand right now. Like, come on, man. How? Ain't no way it should be that detailed like that. That's crazy, man. That is wild.
I had got the foot in some.
Right? He get what I'm saying. Look like my hand. I mean, it don't look like my hand, but it look like a real hand. Look at his face. That's crazy. That's scary. That is scary.
Anybody ever feel like reality just doesn't feel real?
No.
Why the hell do we have to work just to live, just to exist, when every other creature on earth just is, right? Birds are just being free being birds. Squirrels are just free being squirrels. Like, even the freaking cockroaches is out here living for free. Nobody like them. But why is it that as humans, we have to break our back and work just to freaking be able to eat and fucking have a roof over our head? Let's be for real. Is this even real? What reality is this even real? And why does everybody agree to this? Why we just can't go back to the bartering system? Why we just can't go back to, hey, you know what, like, let's do exchanges? Like what is going on with society? I'm just over it. I just feel like it's stupid just to work. You should work because you want to work.
Right. I wish we can all just get on the same page and just, say F the system. But so many people are so attached to the system. It's like they give it so much power when they don't even got that much power.
Cup of liquor.
What the fuck you doing with shower curtain
Because I
things
couldn't
in
find,
your ear?
and I couldn't figure out how to make this go.
This is shower curtains.
Okay.
Dog, this is shower curtain, bro. Ha!
Give me a $3.
Yo, what is she? What is she doing, man? It's like, I'm gonna get me some earrings. Yo, that is funny.
Why the fuck is y'all here?
Jordan let us in.
Oh, he can get ready to pack his shit and leave it with y'all. Why the fuck is y'all in my motherfucking house? And why the fuck you always recording, our Carly?
She call her R. Carly. What? Yeah, R. Carly. Nah, that is funny.
Well,
Sam, you ain't motherfucking antisocial. Well, speak up. What the fuck is this?
you say
Is
you
that
wanted breakfast in bed for Valentine's Day and none of your baby daddies
Wait, so they put pancakes all over the place?
did it. So we did breakfast at home.
Donasia! When I tell your ugly ass something, don't you think? Don't do shit, okay?
I'm being helpful.
No, the fuck you not! Jacob Lattimore! You see?
Wait. Why is it pancakes everywhere, man? Pancake prank. It's a pancake prank.
Your
Okay.
ugly ass under them fucking Pepto-Bismol boots, thinking you fucking sexy, got my I cleaned up before I motherfucking left.
These Balenciagas.
I don't give a fuck if Balenci made them bitches. I don't give a damn if my mama made them bitches for you. Get the fuck up. Why the fuck is it albino ass flat shit? Donasia.
Albino.
Donasia, I know this better not be my motherfucking za.
No, that's paprika. I mean, parsley. Parsley, baby. That's parsley.
You know goddamn well my parsley beef when a family come over and I think I'm doing something. I would never season no shit like that for y'all. And you over there ain't kicking a motherfucking Black Panther book. Why the fuck is y'all?
This man came up with a simple business idea that attracts hundreds of customers daily. He buys plastic bottles, slices fresh fruit, and adds beverages like coconut water or tea. The bottles are then sealed up and put on display ready to be sold. The drink is healthy, refreshing, and unique. Customers love this product and the drinks sell out daily. This business is simple and easy for you to start yourself. This man came up with a simple business.
Damn it! Woo-wee! That motherfucker's bigger than Earth. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or shit, but fuck! That shit is humongous! Look at the fucking wingspan. This shit right here motivates me. I want to go out here and get that money. You know what I'm saying? I want to start crying. Fuck. This shit means so much to me. You gotta understand. You don't want to look at it, but fuck, you got to. You gotta look at it directly. Got a fucking boatload back there. You got a Tonka truck load. You know what I'm saying? Tonka. This motherfucker just makes you want to start clapping in this motherfucker. A lot of shit. Nigga, I'm over here. It's getting hot in this motherfucker.
This is granddaddy paid all of it. People in the comment is hilarious. Man, that's my granddaddy paid all them bills. That is funny.
Oh. Oh.
You okay?
Oh.
You alright?
Oh my goodness.
You alright?
Yeah, my leg done locked up on me. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, my sugar got a little. No, my sugar a little bit low. Give me.
You okay?
Yeah, give me one of them grapes right there.
Here you go. Hold on. Hold on. I got you.
Yeah, you see when they
You're
do
all
that?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my sugar get a little low.
Okay.
Give me one more, and I'll be good.
Thank you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good now.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Bro, he
Let me
playing
see your
too
hand.
much, man.
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
Sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Made me nervous. You play too much.
You too. Thank you so much. You saved my life today.
Do not ask me why they keep ordering Sonic and it look like he's missing a chromosome. Whatever though. Today we have Sonic, Dragon Ball Z.
That is
yeah.
not, no, ma'am. That is not Dragon Ball Z. You're not finna do that. That's not Dragon Ball Z. That is Naruto. That was Naruto, y'all. If y'all didn't know, that is Naruto. That is not Dragon Ball Z. I didn't watch that.
Some pull parts for tonight. Hope you guys like them.
You have never been a vampire.
Drink if you ever have been a vampire. What? What is he talking about? And look at this dog. He ready to go home. I mean, go home. Go to sleep. It says when the party's still going on and you just sleeping. Yeah, it do be like that. They be saying the most random stuff.
How does a blind person know when to stop wiping? No, wait. Okay, but like seriously, how do you know? Does it sound different when you like wipe and there's something there and when you wipe and there's nothing? I really think, no, just hear me out. I really think because now I'm invested and this would bother me because I know you can't you're not guessing, right? You're not guessing, right? You're not just guessing, right? Right? I feel like one wipe sounds squeaky clean and one wipe doesn't, and they know the difference. Like that has to be right. Like that has to be the thing. Blind people, if you're listening, please, make a video reply or have a friend type the answer for you. Whatever you got to do. An algorithm, do your thing and get it back to me so that I can know because I need to understand how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, you just don't sit around all day and just be feeling away. You must get a bidet. And I didn't mean to rhyme, but like that has to be the answer. Cause who's just the mystery of it. That can't be the right. That's how it is, right? But tell me, please, somebody clear this. How does a blind person?
Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. A lot of pain in Troy's life is a result of the pain and the damage from his father that he then visits on his son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. And I'm guilty of that frustration that we all have. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man. Pain is passed down from father to son and son.
Y'all do know we was reset, right? None of the technology we have is new. None of it. TVs, cell phones, computers, none of it is new. There's so many Egyptian hieroglyphics of them having helicopters, them having bombs, them having phones. Same thing with the Mayans, the Aztecs. They have inscriptions everywhere of them having technology. Nothing we have is new. We was reset. Some point in history, we got reset by something or someone. Even when you think about like Tartaria, they was very advanced. What happened to them? It really makes you think, like, what happened? Who came? Who came and did this? And it's something that just utterly boggles my mind on a daily basis. I can't stop thinking about it because ain't none of this shit new. It's been here, but who reset it? Why did they reset it? When did they reset it? I can't shake it from my mind, bro. Y'all do know we was reset, right?
One thing I will say though, what I feel why they resetted it, because they wanted it to work for them, and they noticed it was working for us, right? I feel like the technology we had back then, man, it was helping us spiritually, physically, mentally, all that. I even heard that they used to use the pyramids to travel to different planets. I don't know how true that is, but I think I heard Bobby Hemmett say something like that.
The fork you use in a restaurant has probably been in thousands of other people's mouths. If the early bird gets the worm, why do good things come to those who wait? Why do you never see baby pigeons? Why is it called a building if it's already built? If Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, why did it fall off? Why is the pizza box square when the pizza is round and the slices are triangles? If you describe something as indescribable, haven't you already described it? Why is the time of day with the slowest traffic called rush hour? If you get out of the shower clean, how does your towel get dirty?
Right.
The fork you use in a...
Dang. I would think you do have you thinking about that though. Like, you're like, dang. You be having so many questions on certain things sometimes. Do y'all ever replay conversations? I can't be the only one that does that. Y'all be replaying conversations, right? I know I do.
This dude right here, man. How the hell this happen? This don't make no sense. Hey, bro, you need to hurry up, bro.
Hello. Hey. Hello.
Hey, bro.
You talking about you need to hurry up, bro. How he gonna hurry up, man? So they saying this video is like a get out video right here, y'all.
What in the get out is going on here? So I saw this on X, y'all, and I had to share this with y'all. So this couple, this interracial couple, went on a date, right? Now this dude posted this on Facebook originally and it went viral. He said, "This is why I don't usually date outside my race." Now, if y'all have never seen the movie Get Out, you better go watch it. So basically he went out with this girl. They went on a date. That was the picture of them. And then she texted him saying, "I definitely enjoyed our night out, but I don't think my parents can find out about us. ... He said, "Same here, and why?" And she said, "They despise black guys. My last black boyfriend, let's just say it didn't go well. They literally set him up to be put in jail for life for something he didn't even do. Google Wellington. I really like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you." Not giving his government name. And then he replied and said, "I like you too, and yeah, that's crazy. I went to school with him. Maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with them, they'll loosen up. Think they would be down for dinner?" And she said, "I'll ask, LOL, because I really like you, and I will not lose you." And then he said, "I don't want to lose you either." And then she basically said that her mom and stepdad would be open to meeting that evening. So I guess he meets the parents. He takes a screenshot of the dinner and shows receipts of the meeting. This is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message. This is so creepy, y'all. Saying this. He said, it says basically that was her talking to her mom. "Mommy love. He seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Tried to convince him to start working for us, and once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, well, know the rest. Well, you know the rest." What? And then she said, "Mom, I really like him. Can I at least keep him? He's very sweet." What? And then she said, "Not at all. Dating a black guy in the South, especially Mississippi, is not recommended. Do as you're instructed, please. You'll find someone better." And then she says, "Okay, I'll let him know that Jeff is hiring for work around the house." And like, what? He then posted this post on FB saying, "So this is why I stopped dating outside my race, would be good and set up. And to this day, she still don't know that I saw those messages in her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi." Y'all better be safe. This is crazy. This is literally insane that this is a true story. What in the Get Out is going on here? So I saw this.
Definitely sound like something from that Get Out movie. That's creepy, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end off the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I see you guys in the next upload. You guys take care of yourself. You guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, man.